man's cry. Rubber burns under the smoky sky. Steel beats racing on the line. The thrill of speed makes the cold pour shine. Welcome to pit lane pole, where the engines scream and the spirits soar. Grab a drink, feel the thunder roar. This is the place you've been looking for.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Pit Lane Pour. I'm your host, Sean, followed by both my ugly brothers, Tim and Michael. Now, before we get going too crazy, Michael, you're up at first. Still first with 13 points.
For now.
And then Tim is just sitting there at a lucky 9.
Lucky 9. That's it. Race
And
2,
then-
lucky 9.
And then I'm sitting at 12 points. So let's just get that shit out of the way now. Because I know we got
You know
lots
what I
and
feel like,
lots
though?
to talk about.
I feel like you and him are like Lando and Oscar, and I'm like Max. And as we progress, I shall take the lead from a major deficit, or just lose by 2 points.
I feel like Michael and I are more of George and Kimmy.
Oh, okay.
And you're just either one of the Ferrari guys barely squeaking in.
Hey, that's fine. I'll
Looks
squeak.
like you're going to come in and
He gave you the Ferrari barely squeaking in. I thought he was going to say something else.
I'm being nice tonight. Being nice.
It's 'cause
We all
he's
had
tired.
a rough weekend of racing.
Yeah, we did.
Besides Michael.
Touche.
Hey, don't hate the process.
Yeah, that stupid fucking process. All right, you know what? I'm going to start off tonight. Your boy is actually drinking tonight.
What you got?
What you got?
Put it close to the
In
camera.
Arizona hard pink lemonade.
Oh,
I didn't know they made those.
I didn't know that either.
So
Wow.
that's what I'm playing with tonight.
Nice. I like it.
Now we'll go to the loser of the team. It's fine. Go ahead.
All right, the biggest loser.
Always.
Well, our littlest brother hooked me up today with this Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, which is very good, 8.2%. Delicious. But it's an Irish red ale, but then they brewed it and then put it in a bourbon barrel, let it age, and then it turns out like this. It has a very bourbon taste at the end, but smooth.
Yeah, I told you it was good.
Very good. Very good.
I'm surprised he even saved you one.
I know. He shocked me.
All right,
He
Michael.
gave
Give
you one of them coasters too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. The kayak. Yep. They hit me up with that too.
All right, Michael. Let's see. Is it a garage beer?
Oh, it's honey.
It's not a garage beer.
Not a
Honeydew.
garage beer. Honeydew Honeysuckle by Appalachian Brewery.
So the garage is not open tonight.
Garage ain't open tonight. I actually drank the last one of those last time, so I gotta get me some more garage beer. Actually, I had a couple at my brother's house today. I could have swiped one from there, but I didn't.
You could have.
Killed the tradition, Michael. Killed the
So
tradition.
I just keep it a little bit light and enjoy this.
Well,
Drank too
let's
much.
get
already
into it.
anyway.
Let's get into it.
Where
were we this weekend there, Tim?
We were at China.
We had our first sprint weekend. I mean,
We did. We did.
That's great. I mean, let's just talk about the sprint real quick. I mean, it was exciting.
It was. It
It
was.
was left to being dominant again by Mercedes.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, you can't deal with them when they're on the straights.
No.
No.
Too fast.
How many times I seen Russell just whoosh, right past a Ferrari just in the straights? I'm
Mhm.
like, dang it. Ferrari never had a chance.
No.
Yep.
Their only chances at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I think they need to do is they need to get both Ferraris to pass up in the first and second,
Yeah.
and then play the cat and mouse game, man.
They're so good at running side by side to run the whole race too wide.
Yeah.
Yet.
Uh,
Well, in the sprint, let's talk about the sprint. Where did we end? Where did it end up at?
yeah. Remind me right now because I'm so consumed with the race today. I need some refreshers.
So with the sprint, the starting grid was George Russell, followed by Kimi Antonelli, Lando Norris, then Lewis, Oscar, Charles, Pierre, Max, Behrman, and Hadjar for the top 10
That's right.
at the sprint start. And then from there, that ending of the sprint ended with Mr. George Russell winning it, followed by them two Ferraris with Charles and Lewis. And then that damn papaya came in on fourth with
Yep.
Lando. And then Kimi rounded that fifth place out. And man, I'll tell you what, that penalty they gave Kimi, that was some garbage. I'm just saying. It's garbage. But luckily, they had that freaking, what was that, safety car that came up, and
Yeah, the
they
safety car
ended up
came
coming
out.
in at double stacking. Kimmy got to do his little penalty real quick and then get out. Still took fifth.
Do you guys feel like the
Yep.
penalties are a little bit more severe than they have been in the past? Because
Yeah.
I do.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm like, wow, we're just throwing 10-second penalties out left and right. I mean, I get it. I got it, if it's like you caused an accident, like, and there's substantial damage or whatever to the other person's car. But I don't know. Some of these, it's just like,
It should have been at least a 5-second penalty instead of a 10. Like, if you really want to give the kid something, give him a 5-second penalty. I mean, shit.
oh, wait, yeah, you're talking about the qualifying, right?
No,
Where
I'm talking about in race.
What was his penalty for? I forgot.
Hitting Hadjar on accident.
Oh, you know what? That
Yeah.
brings me to a good point. Yeah. I did remember that. But tell me why he didn't get an impeding on that qual for Lando. Was it Lando or Oscar?
See, Michael, I knew this was coming. He's defending his man now.
No. I'm saying, why in the world would they not give out the impeding? They've done it so much, but because it was Kimi, they didn't. But he was obviously in the racing line, and Lando was getting ready to start his outlap. Is it because he wasn't on his outlap yet? He was building up for it. Like, I don't. Maybe.
He
Maybe
was
that's all.
building up for his outlap.
So if it had been his outlap, then he would have got the
But
penalty.
there's a ton of controversy on that call right now. So, I
Yeah.
mean, but I knew you'd come to Lando's defense.
No, we were talking about penalties.
You came to Lando's defense, you motherfucker.
I tell you what, somebody needs to come help that car. That car and that. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Needs to help his car, don't you? Needs to help Max's car.
I'm talking. Well, at least Max can get out on the track.
Or is that a sore subject for you, Tim?
It is a little sore with 10 laps to go, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
And then the whole what? So I gotta know. I mean, it's happened in the sprint. It's happened at the last week's race. It's happened at this week's race.
I know
Can
what
he
you're
just
gonna say.
not get? Can these drivers not get off the start? I mean, Kimmy can't. Max can't. Max loses like 6-7 positions before he can even get moving.
Dude,
Same with Kimmy.
Mike's car don't jump. It's like being in a golf cart and you push the pedal and you gotta wait a second for it to start going. That's exactly what his car looks like. And then it just
and everybody's sitting there going all which way.
Everybody's just going on around him like it ain't nothing.
I mean, between that and then Max's comments about he's just taking his sim off at home and he put in his Nintendo Switch and he's playing Mario Karts and he says that's how he's practicing for these cars.
I heard that. I loved it. I loved that.
Yeah,
that was great. I mean,
what the hell? I mean, even Liam, they had a little interview with Liam and Max. And they were talking, and Liam said, yeah, like last week, that's whatever sound he made was like the exact same sound that Max was having an issue with this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, fuck. They just can't get off the line. Like a lot of these cars can't just get off the line.
Oh, no, they can't.
It ain't just them. It's a bunch of the cars.
So it's nuts. I mean, like that's, I think, what hurts Kimmy the most is like not getting off. But he did get off pretty decently at the race this weekend.
Yeah.
Like the actual race.
Yeah, he did. It was a lot better.
He almost let them 2 Ferraris in because he was blocking out his teammate.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. I know we'll let everybody know that we have a blog now, but I wrote a little thing and are we feeling some deja vu there, boys?
Yeah.
From last year and now this year?
Won't you elaborate?
Lando dominated Australia. And then Oscar came in. And remember, Lando's their number 1 at the beginning of the season. And then Oscar, the younger driver, came in and dominated in China. And then that's where Oscar started to take off, was after China. Is this going to be the same thing with George and Kimmy this year?
I hadn't really thought about it like that.
I think it
I
definitely.
really hadn't thought about it like that. I don't think so. That they seem like they got. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know.
I think it definitely could be. But I think the different dynamic is you have the really young Kimmy who, if Toto says, I need you to do this, no questions asked, Kimmy's going to be like, yeah, whatever George needs. Yeah. I'm here to help George. You know what I mean? Instead of like sticking his elbows out, you know? But,
I mean, you see Kimmy,
mm-hmm.
if he has some really good races, start pulling away in the points.
I mean,
especially if you get one of them Ferraris in between him and George.
Which
do they then back Kimmy?
I think it's going to depend on. I think they're going to let him race, kind of like Ferrari's letting Ferrari race. But I think it's all going to be situational. I don't think it's going to be cut and dry, you know, like it is for most other teams. I mean, we saw George had the pace in Melbourne. No one could catch him, not even Kimmy. And then in this race, Kimmy was untouchable. Once he got out front, nobody was catching him. The only time that he ever lost any time was when he locked up the front right, you know? So,
yep.
Whoever's on that day for Mercedes is going to be who wins it, I think, until Ferrari can find some pace.
Hey, I tell you what, the one part I missed on the race was at the very end, of course, where George ends up going from fourth to second. Now, how'd that happen?
It's
I just
George.
said I missed it. So, how did it happen?
It was George.
The two Ferraris were battling it out, and he just let them slow down enough, and he picked them off one by one.
Oh,
I mean, he did it over just a few laps, maybe 2 laps. I think he passed Charles, and then he passed Hamilton. But that was exciting. Gosh, it was exciting.
But do you see if, say, we come down to like a Lando and Piastri thing? Do you see Toto backing whoever has the most points? Or does he stick with George and say, Kimmy, you need to back off?
I'm going to
I
go
don't
with
know. 'Cause
backing
this is supposed
George.
to be George's year. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to say I could see him telling Kimmy to back off.
Like,
I mean, he
I
has,
mean,
he already has that.
Kimmy's time was going to come eventually.
oh, 100%.
Hands down. I mean, but I could see him. I could see him telling him to hold out, and let George do his thing.
Do you guys really feel like George is Toto's golden boy? Or do you just feel like he's just filling a number 1 seat right now? Sean knows where I'm going with this, because last year we know he was trying to get Max and kick old Georgie out. So I'm okay. Well, with that being said, maybe he would pick whoever's in the lead. Maybe he don't have a favorite. Now that I'm thinking about it in this aspect, I don't know. This also brings up a lot of conspiracies I've ran through my head of if Max tries to leave Red Bull and he wants to stay in Formula One, that seat might become available.
I'd say
I'm just gonna leave that there.
if his car don't start performing better, I just don't know if he'll stay.
Nah, I don't think he will unless he switches teams.
So I'm going to answer your question, Tim.
All right, hit me. I want to hear your thoughts.
So I've been thinking about this. George was supposed to be this golden child coming in to replace Lewis when Lewis retired or left the team. Lewis left the team. George didn't do that great last year. Kimmy came on strong as a rookie. Kimmy looked good as a rookie. Kimmy's only been in for a year and 2 races. And Kimmy right now is looking hot. And he's only 19 years old. And I can see if Kimmy goes on a run, Toto back in that horse and saying, hey, George, he's the one with the most points. We know how this goes. I've already been there with Lewis and Rosberg.
Yeah, Rosberg.
Uh-huh.
I've already been there with these two. I'm not doing it again. Right now, Kimmy has the most points. You just need to back Kimmy.
Could be.
Kimmy's the shiny new
talk
toy.
about last year where George didn't have that great of a year. He didn't really start coming on till like those last 2 races last year. He started showing more of the George that we thought we would see. You know what I mean?
But George is older. Kimmy is younger. I will put this question out to both of you, and I want you guys to answer it. Is Kimmy the next Lewis and Michael? And can he break that seven drivers championships? He's
Yeah.
young enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
He's
is.
definitely
showing
young.
promise.
I mean, just this year alone, he is the youngest to get pole position, and he's the second youngest to win first, because Max was the youngest to win. I think there's potential. I think there definitely is potential for him to achieve that greatness. Maybe even on a Max level. Do I think it's to the level of Lewis? Yeah, it's hard to say. Do I think he's going to win a driver's championship? Absolutely. Is it going to be this year? I'm not going to say no. Ask me at summer break. We'll go from there.
Michael?
Like we've already said, he is definitely young enough to do it. There's just a lot of what ifs. I mean,
Yeah.
who's to say that after summer break his car goes to crap? Or he has a bad wreck and he can't finish out the rest of the year. Who knows, you know? But, I mean, I would like to see him win several of them. Do I think he'll get to 7? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I'll have to go back and do a comparison, see where Lewis was and Michael in their second season. Yeah, in their second season, and what they had achieved. You know what I love about Kimmy though is that boy is so humble. He's
really is.
so innocent and humble. Like, I love that about him. And I also love how Lewis really embraced him. You know, Lewis could have been mad that he wasn't the one on the podium. That he wasn't the one in that seat with the fastest car. But no, the first thing when they asked him on the podium, you know, or before they went to the podium, you know, he was like, you know, tell us what this race was like. He's like, I want to congratulate Kimmy. And then there's that picture of them where after they celebrated, he put his arm around him or whatever. Oh, wait a second. I got to talk about something during this interview process. Oh, David, DC,
Here it comes.
pissed me off. First thing he asked Lewis, I even wrote it down. He said, I never thought I'd be saying welcome back to the podium. Are you serious? Who says that to Lewis Hamilton? Yeah, I know he had a bad year at Ferrari, but who says that to a guy that just got third place? I felt, to me, and I'm not a Lewis Hamilton fan, but that was so disrespectful. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean, they should have thrown his bottle of champagne at him. What he should have done.
They didn't have it. Yeah, he should do that microphone.
Should have thrown that microphone at him then.
I'm not a DC fan though. That's just me.
So hold on. Do you like DC or do you like LN more?
Shut up. I'm talking about commentators. I like Alex Jakes, Jolene Palmer.
You didn't answer the question, Tim.
I don't like LN. Zero.
Do you like him more than DC?
No. If I was there, I'd knock him off the wall, Sean. I'd just knock him off the wall. Okay, so I'm sorry. We got off on this tangent.
There we go.
We got off on this tangent. We stopped talking about the sprint. We just jumped right into the race. I'm sorry.
Well, it's perfect because honestly, I've been thinking about it a lot. Is that like the more I watch the other podcasts, they don't just talk about their like
It's hard
what
to go in order.
happened in the sprint. They don't stay in order like that stuff. They don't really they talk a little bit about their points,
Mhm.
but like they more deep dive in like their opinions. And I feel like we should go back to that because we used to do that a lot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like we've been mostly focusing on just our point system. So I mean, I've enjoyed this so far. That's why I had that question of is Kimmy going to be
That was a
the
good
next
question.
Lewis or Michael? Because he is young. He's got a great car right now, and if that car stays that way and he dominates this year and wins the championship, who says he doesn't go on a 4-year run like Max did? Who says he doesn't go on a 5-year run, 6-year run, 7-year run like Lewis did?
I mean, maybe these cars are just perfect for his driving style.
Maybe.
And maybe it's not for Max, and maybe Max steps off for a little while. I don't know. As heartbreaking as that would be for me, it's like he's got to do what's best for him and his family. So I get it.
I mean, Daniel left us.
He sure did. And he seems
But now
super happy.
he's in those trucks, running around in them trucks now.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, I mean, all in all, I think it was a good race. There was a lot of passing, a lot of fucking twists and turns, and I mean, shit, how many didn't start, Tim?
Okay. It was Piastri, Norris, Gabby, Albon.
So 4 didn't start.
4 didn't start.
And then how many DNSs?
And then
DNFs?
DNFs, we had Max, and we had both Aston Martins.
So, I mean, almost half the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about that.
That's just crazy.
I mean, it ranged from electrical problems to vibration problems to things wouldn't start to overheating issues. Like, it's all over the place.
They need to get rid of this 50-50 bullshit and go back to
Amen.
Go back to the fucking V10s, V8s. I don't give a shit. Something that's just horsepower and not much battery.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I mean, it kind of kills my soul. I kind of feel the same way that I listened with like Matt and Tommy, and who's the other one? So we watched P1. We watch what's the other one? Pit Stop.
Pit Stop, yeah, and Red Flags.
And Red Flags. And I mean, they've all came on and discussed this, and they've all said that like it's killer to sit there and watch these fast cars that are supposed to be like the fastest in the world coming down a straightaway and losing power and losing miles per hour, whatever you want to call it, kilometers an hour, coming in when they should be coming in and hitting that turn and freaking hitting it with their skill instead of just, oh, I'm just gonna use my battery now.
Or they're letting off and braking early so they can recharge
so
it.
that way they can recharge to be able to. And I mean, I can't remember which podcast was talking about it, but they were showing how like Piastri's going faster in like sector 1 because maybe he's using his battery more in sector 1 than maybe Charles is, but yet Charles now has the best fucking lap and he didn't even do anything faster. So I mean, as much as it's exciting for me to watch them pass each other multiple times and do all that shit, I think they could do that without using the 50-50. And they could have just made the car smaller and kept the engines bigger and just seen what happened.
I think that they are going to make some adjustments to the regulations, and we might see something after the Japan race.
I hope so, because it's killing me, man.
But it's not going to be anything drastic, right? Because they can't. But I think there will be some kind of shift in the regulations.
I mean, is it nice to look at, say, Haas and Alpine kind of making more of a headway up? I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, they have those different engine suppliers. They have Ferrari and they also have Mercedes. So
Mercedes.
it's cool to see that it's not just the Ferrari car that's great on the jumps. It's also a
Right.
Haas car because the Haas has that Ferrari engine, and it's the
Mhm.
same way with Alpine. Alpine's a lot faster. If you noticed in the last couple races when they are racing, they're faster in the straights than other cars are.
Yeah,
So
they've
I
been
mean,
getting the top speeds.
so I mean, it's helping the smaller teams, in my opinion. I really think so. And I think it gives us a little bit more fun to watch, not just in the front being all competitive, but also in the midfield again.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and we're still not having this the DRS train. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not been that boring where
Mm-mm.
because like what was it? Max came back, got behind. It was like a small train, but he's able to whip around and pass each one of them. If it was that DRS train, he'd be stuck in it for laps and laps and laps. But
Yeah.
you know, hey, I want to throw something out real quick. Lewis, this was his 202nd podium. So 202 podiums. I thought that was pretty impressive. Yeah. Good job. Good job, Lewis.
You know what? I was happy for Lewis that he got on the podium.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I mean, because if you think about it last year, there wasn't very many times you saw it where he really showed his frustration, disappointment kind of thing. But you did see it from time to time. And he has been totally different this year. And I've enjoyed seeing him be more like the Lewis that we know.
It's nice to see a smile on his face again.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, since I've been watching Formula One, which, I don't know, 7, 8 years, the 7-time world champion has not looked like a 7-time world champion. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get to see him in his prime. So it is really nice to see him being the Lewis Hamilton that everybody else in the world knows. So it's kind of like I'm getting a little taste of that, I guess you could say.
Same.
But he also likes China because he did do good last year in China. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see other races.
They were talking about too, like how well Lewis has done on that track over the
Mhm.
years. So like I said, I was happy that he did good. But I'll tell you another thing I really enjoyed was watching him and Charles just go back and forth with each other. I mean, it was just like, okay, just put them side by side. Just let them keep going the whole way. Nobody else goes past them. Nobody gets in front of them. Just let them go.
Like
I love it, man.
there's so many good Formula One drivers, right? But how many Formula One drivers can you stick side by side with the another one, lap after lap, turn after turn? I mean, within inches, maybe even centimeters of each other, and not cause a collision. Like these two guys know each other's driving patterns, and I think that's what makes it so much fun. And then, can we talk about the radio message that Leclerc had? He
Yeah.
told he told his team principal, he's like, "I'm like these battles are so much fun out here, you know." And then Lewis said that it's probably the most fun he's had in a race in a very, very long time. Like they're out there enjoying themselves. I mean that right there. I know that not all drivers are having a good time this year with the regulations, but I've never heard drivers say that.
No.
That
Like
was pretty cool.
that's awesome.
So speaking of Suzuka, you know who's got the fastest time on Suzuka?
Bates,
No.
Sergio.
No.
Dang it. No, I don't know them.
Michael, you got anything?
Nope, I ain't got anything.
Kimi Antonelli.
Really?
Hmm.
He had the fastest lap time. Nice.
Last year at 1 minute 30 seconds and 965th, whatever milliseconds, whatever you want to call that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's tens, hundreds, thousands.
Yeah, whatever.
After
Don't
the
care.
decimal point.
Don't give a shit.
I'm
You
not
could
gonna
just
lie.
left the back. You just left the back part off of it. You know, just
Yeah.
a minute and
Then
30
just a minute
seconds
30.
or whatever, you know.
I've been
Whatever.
having to help Evan with his decimal points a lot lately, so he's learning all about them. I'm like, Evan, you need to know this because Formula One. He's like, Dad, I don't care about Formula. I was like, son, don't you cuss in this house.
Evan, it's okay.
Uncle Sean don't know him either. It's fine.
You can cuss a little bit, but don't cuss too much.
No.
You'll get in trouble by grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started saying, Mom's gonna watch this episode and be like, "He done went back to his old ways."
Listen, I only cussed once so far on this podcast. Okay,
It's early. It's early.
But I'm intrigued about Suzuka in 2 weeks because it's not. There's a lot of twists and turns in this course.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we going to see another team be more dominant? Is Ferrari going to be more dominant because of more twists and turns and less straightaways?
I'm gonna go Team Ferrari.
I kind of feel in the same way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
Because
was.
But what? Go ahead, and then I'm gonna say so.
But with Kimi being the fastest lap time, what if Kimi takes it all?
He very well could. George made a good comment while he was racing on his team radio. He said that, like, George knows that they're fast, right? But he said that Ferrari's just faster in other areas. And we all know what that is. That's in the turns. So,
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a game changer, you know?
it's going to be interesting. We'll have to see how it comes out too, but
yeah.
Let's dive into how we got these points really quick though, and then we'll end this. So none of us were correct when it came to pole position on the regular race. But Michael, you and me right here, we dominated our top 5. Dominated.
By 2 points.
Listen, 2 points still makes him look like garbage
That's
over
2
there.
points.
So Michael got 1 right on the nose. He got Lewis in 3rd, which gave him 2 points. And then of course he popped 1 in for George, 1 for Kimi, and 1 for Charles. Tim got 1 for George, 1 for Charles, 1 for Kimi. I got 1 for Lewis, 2 for Georgie, 1 for Charles, and 1 for Kimi. And that brings me to a quick point. I feel like all of us, even though we've been putting Kimi in the top 5, I think none of us expected him to be first or second the last 2 weeks.
Mm.
No.
And I think he's definitely proven us wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what's
and
gonna
then
be...
of course this bonehead over here chooses Mercedes and gets the point for best team.
I know, he barely beat me.
Again, same thing from last week.
Yeah.
And then who would have thought Mike would have got the turnaround team with Alpine. I mean,
I told
that
you.
was crazy.
That was crazy.
I didn't expect that, but I mean, good going for you, man. The process is working.
I tell you what, though, on that
It
one,
is.
that was just more or less of it wasn't really an answer on the fly, but like I've noticed how they've slowly started doing better, you know. And I was like, well, hey, that's just gonna be my pick, and we'll see what happens this week.
I
And
was
then
hoping
we went.
Ocon was going to take out Colapinto so he wouldn't get that point. He was close for no cigar.
And then in our sprint wise, none of us got the pole position correct again.
Mm-mm.
And then sprint podium though, Michael, you popped 1 for George. Tim got Charles correct at second, which gave you 2. And then George with 1.
I'll take
And
it.
then I popped 1 for Lewis and 1 for George. And then, of course, good old Papaya screwed my ass over again.
They did us all, sir. All of us.
They got all of us a little bit.
Yeah, way too much faith in Oscar.
I had Lando.
I know, it's even worse. Lando didn't even get out of the pits this week. Oscar got to the grid and had to be pushed back.
You know what I have sitting in the fridge? Just because I thought Lando was at least gonna take some good thing in at least in the sprint. I thought he was gonna do something good.
Yeah.
I grabbed a freaking Lando Norris monster. So it's sitting in there. And I'm like, well, that's gonna sit there for God knows how long.
Yeah, who knows? Dude, can we Oscar's not even got to run 1 lap in a regular Grand Prix yet.
But he's got points.
But he does have points.
Yeah.
Because the sprint race.
The sprint. Yeah. That's crazy. That's just crazy to think about. You know what else I think is crazy to think about? Is that Pierre and Ollie Behrman have more points than Max Verstappen right now. That just eats me alive right now.
I mean, who would have really even thought that, you know?
Gosh, nobody. Especially Alpine.
I would have never guessed that, like, at all.
Yeah.
I mean, give it another week. If Max is a shit again, Colapinto's going to be ahead of him.
I will lose my mind if Colapinto passes him.
Yeah.
On that note.
Clocks tick fast, but we're standing still. Adrenaline rush is the only thrill. Beneath the lights, we live for more. This is our home at Pit Lane Port. Welcome to Pit Lane Port, where the engines scream and the spirits soar. Grab a drink,